Hello, my friends. Brett Pattison here with Iron Gate Global Advisors, coming at you from the financial capital of the West. That, my friends, is Salt Lake City, Utah, where today, in just a few minutes' time, we are going to hit something that I don't believe is discussed enough. It's a hidden risk to retirement that has been taught in what I would call a ridiculous way by academics for decades and decades. And it's the notion that the older you get, the more conservative you need to be in your investments. And I'll explain to you exactly what I mean. But let's first understand where I'm coming from. Here's a normal academic advisor, right? He'll come to you and he'll say, oh, we need a mix of stocks and bonds. Diversification is the key, which I do think it's important. Diversification is the key, and a simple mathematical equation. We'll take your age. We'll take 100 minus your age, and that's the percentage you'll be allocated to equities, right? And they start with this simple blended portfolio, 60% in stocks, 40% in bonds. As you get older, say you're 70, you would have 30% in stocks, 70% in bonds, right? So they hit the brakes in a big way as you approach retirement. Now, what is wrong with that? Let me share with you what is wrong with that. And that's understanding the simple concept that you cannot run out of money in retirement. You cannot pump the brakes too soon. Here's some statistics, right? A healthy 65-year-old man, it has a 50% chance of living to age 85, which is 23 years past retirement, or a 25% chance of living to age 92, right? So you have from retirement to a 50% chance of living to 85, you have 20 plus years to where you need to focus on your wealth. Here's another one, female age, right? So a man and wife married or even single, that woman has a 50% chance of living to age 88, living 3 more years than their spouse, and a 25% chance of living to age 95 or 94. That's a significant, 26 years, 28 or 88, 29 years and 94. That's a significant time past that retirement date to where most people hit the brakes, right? Or significantly pump them. Here's a couple. Play the probabilities. I'm a probability investor. Play the probabilities here. At least one of you within your marriage is going to live to age 92. At least one of you has a 25% probability of living to age 97, which is 32 years past that retirement date. That's a long time. Take into consideration as well that health care is getting better and better. So the chances of these numbers increasing over time are pretty high, right? So can you afford to pump the brakes a little bit too early according to the academic way of managing a portfolio? I would say no. Here's to further my argument. Historical returns before and after inflation from 1926 to 2013. These are the most up-to-date numbers we have. Stocks, a 10% return before inflation, 6.9 after, right? Still, you're getting 7% return on average, which is decent. Bonds, 5.5% before inflation, 2.4% after inflation. This is not taking into consideration taxes or anything, right? Which would put you in the hole, potentially. So you got to ask yourself this question. Will 2% growth, 2.4% growth, help me accomplish my financial goals and get me on the track in case me or my spouse lives till age 95? Right? You can see cash, 0.5% return on cash. Really? I mean, that's more than likely individuals, because of these statistics and the fact people are living longer, will have to abandon old academic models because they need to focus on building wealth, even in retirement, right? Here's the in retirement risk that we just talked about. People slow down way too soon, the growing of wealth. You or your spouse will likely live longer than you expect, especially considering healthcare innovation, right, and advances. And some methods, including a portfolio of 70% bonds, may not accomplish what you need them to. What you need to do is take a step back and look at your own situation and not some computer-generated model that some guy's going to create or gal's going to create for you, but really take a hard and fast look at your own situation and whether your wealth will last through retirement, right? If you want more information, let us know, www.igga.com. There's our contact information. For Brian and I here at Iron Gate, we'd love to hear from you.
This is a purely public broadcast and is not intended to be personalized financial advice for any individual's specific situation. Each individual's financial situation is unique, and the topics discussed on this broadcast should not be relied upon and or considered as personalized advice. Specific financial securities discussed are not intended to address any listener's particular financial situation and should not be considered recommendations. This is for educational purposes only. For more information, please contact Iron Gate Global Advisors at info@igga.com or by calling 888-591-0334.